This is the Doctor, continuing the Against the Storm playthrough. I'm about ready to move on to the next settlement after our Prestige 8 victory at Harpy's Roost. I gotta start naming these towns. Just never remember to do that. But we have a modifier that I don't have to do. We just ignore it, right? I kind of want to do this. There's an achievement and a deed for it. And yeah, it would be nice to climb the prestige ranks all the way up to 20. And I believe there are like special challenges by the very, very best players of this game. Like the players who know about all the little tricks like I do in Battle Brothers. And they could do it. Can I do it? Maybe. Probably not though. I feel like I'm like reasonably good, but I don't know all the little tricks and all the little details and all the possible variations and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna drop down to Prestige 1, do the achievement, and I'll win without orders. It's gonna be a very, very different game, but I'm not good enough to beat this on Prestige 9. I suppose I could do something in between, but I mean, most of these, I guess, don't really matter. It's the buildings cost more. This is the one where it actually matters. Prestige 4, the blueprint rerolls. This could matter. Actually, it does kind of matter. Storm lasts longer is actually kind of makes the game a little easier in a way. You know what? Let's do things in between. We'll round out the we won't do Prestige 1, we'll do Prestige 5, which is I think basically the same as Prestige 1, honestly. Prestige 6, this is a big jump. The buildings cost more actually matters, and the higher food consumption is like a huge deal. So we'll do Prestige 5. I think you get a little more rewards from doing that. Yeah, 91 food. Okay, but before we actually do it, let's get some upgrades going here. Embarkation bonus bricks, that's good, but I think I really need the trader discount. That's how we're gonna win this game. Then, well, you know, maybe I should get the embarkation bonus bricks. I wanted to get the fundamental upgrade for mines, but I don't know that that's as critical. Oh, one food short of getting the mine fundamental upgrade, but okay, that's fine. Another thing I want to do is try to get up to this field kitchen. That's also really, really good. And the starting abilities of each race, of course. The beavers would be sweet. All of these would be sweet. The human one is one of the very, very best. Where is that? Oh, it's right here. Because you can see the location of one nearest patch of fertile soil. But, okay. Oh, that's all the upgrades. So, how are we possibly going to win this map? Well, if there are no orders, the only two ways of gaining reputation and getting more blueprints is by increasing your resolve, which is hard to do early on, but not impossible. Or, you can get it through opening caches, which again is hard but not impossible. And I want the harpies for sure. Despite their lowish starting resolve, they actually are one of the easiest races to gain some extra reputation with. So I'll pick the harpies. The humans could definitely come in handy, and I want more villagers as well. And I'm going to take the herbalist camp. We're going to use up some of these embarkation points. This is going to be a really hard mission. So that'll help. We will take stone, food, and I think, you know what? Let's make sure we win. Or do what we can. We'll take some wood, meat, vegetables. So we'll take extra food, basically. And the stone, extra villagers, the herbalist camp, which will help. Any sort of blueprints will help. I'll have 2 extra embarkation points. We could potentially get more. Prestige 5, yeah, that's fine because Some of these, like the Prestige 2, the Storm lasts longer. It actually like helps. And the Blight Rot, it's like a minor thing. So I've tracked a bunch of achievements in the upper right corner to do. But yeah, let's do it. I might lose. Let's find out. This is probably going to be a longer game just because without the orders, it's a little trickier to gain reputation. So this might be a year 7 or even a year 8 game, which means hostility reduction and setting up efficient supply chains is absolutely critical. We might be able to do a sprint towards the end if I have a lot of tools to open caches and win, but we'll see. We will see. I did not name the town again. Let's just be real. I'm never gonna remember that. Okay, let's just be real here. No orders. Oh boy. We did have lizards, which means we get the starting bonus where you get 10 tools. That is good. Got some mushrooms that we can gather. Some eggs. Lizards are very good at gathering eggs. I want the harpy in the hearth to start with. We need to think about ways of making our villagers happy. I need reputation, like, right away. The cooperage is an immediate source of reputation through the coats. As good as all of these other ones are, I need a way to make my harpies happy. To gain like a little extra reputation. Because the game is like completely different. Base compared to normal. But I don't have to pick that yet. There's a cornerstone that I can get. Which will help. Oh, what are the forest mysteries? Let's see. Forest from beneath. Strange voices call out from the depths. Villagers working mines get -10 to resolve during storm. Okay, we just won't working a mine. Not really a problem. Absorption. Blight Rot is consumed the storm's energy and becomes more resilient. Burning Cyst takes 5 seconds longer. Slightly annoying, but it's not really that problematic. Hailstorm. Villagers with this effect have +5% chance of perishing every 15 seconds. Well, I do not want the villagers to have that problem, so that is irrelevant. Ooh, boy. Devastating storms. Active only in season storm. Active from hostility 6. -20 global resolve. That could be a problem. We might actually get to hostility 6 during the storm, but I'll do what I can to minimize that. Yeah, we want harpies. We want a complex food for harpies. And we want... I think we still do the 2 woodcutters camps and herbalist camp. I like the cooperage. Try to get the harpies a little more reputation. I should start gaining stormwater as soon as possible so that I can use it to boost the resolve of my workers. I haven't been doing that, but it could matter now. There is another way though. The granary lets me make pickled goods. Packet of crops won't be very useful. You can sell it to the traders, but lets me make fabric efficiently. Which means I could build harpy houses to get the harpies happy. Pickled goods, though, is only eaten by the lizards. I don't think that's what I want. But okay. Just planning things out ahead of time. Let's start with 2 woodcutters camps as usual. And we'll just build some basic roads. And I think I'll work on cutting my way towards these 2 dangerous glades, but I need to set some of my options. General, no. Gameplay, okay. Let's see, auto track orders, auto complete, trade routes by default. I don't know what load recipe limits means. I don't know what some of these... I mean, I understand what disable all recipes in workshop by default means. I don't know that I need to do that. I always adjust that anyway. Stop sacrifice after the storm. That seems smart. Better check that. Clockwise building rotation. No. Idle farmer indicator. Sure. Species panel open by default. Yeah, I like that. Oh, allow fuel by default. You should only allow wood by default and then select the more advanced fuels. But where is the one for the glades or the woodcutters? Is there not an option? Oh, default woodcutter. It's only avoid glades. Yes, that's what I want. It's auto payment by default. I have no earthly idea what some of these things are. Okay, whatever. So we'll start with those 2 camps. And then I don't think I need to do any consumption control right now. And we'll see what the cornerstone is before deciding what else to do. I feel like I should put down a herbalist camp right here. I'm gonna build it here and then move it next to the mushrooms. So... Alright, villagers, get started. Alright, first, trying to decide, there are actually 3 dangerous glades nearby. There's another one there. I like the idea of opening. Like, the fact that there are so many dangerous glades is actually a really good thing. Obviously gonna put 3 harpies in there. Alright, which one should I open first? Maybe this one in the back, behind the, behind the hearth. Let's just cut all that down. Three harpies in here. Oh, harpies are, if I recall correctly, they're good at herbs, so I should save 2 harpies for the herbalist camp. And then... I started watching this player called Ron Empire. He's like... he's like the equivalent of me in Battle Brothers in this game. I was listening to his tutorial video after the 1.0 release, and he spent 1 hour on the first tutorial, barely even, I don't think he even did a single order, just talking about game mechanics. Like, that's incredible, okay? I know I take like 30 minutes to kill 7 brigand thugs in Battle Brothers, and people want to hear me talk about all the little decisions. So he knows all the tricks in this game, or at least like all the tricks that matter. And one of the tricks he said was, when building camps, you want to put them right next to the warehouse and then move them for free. Which I kind of like intuitively knew that, but he articulated it a lot better than I could. And the reason is because if you do a camp here, the villagers have to go to a warehouse to bring the goods to bring to the camp. So if you build a camp right here, they have less travel distance. So you save a little extra time there, which can matter in higher difficulty situations like right here. Okay, I built that camp. I don't know that I need a forager's camp yet. I don't know what I need. I do know what I need. You pretty much always need a crude workshop, so we'll start that. What's our bonus? Gatherers have plus 50% chance of producing double yields when harvesting resource nodes. What? Whoa, that's good. We do not need to build a crude workshop. I changed my mind. We are going to build a whatchamacallit? Small trapper's camp. Gather these eggs. Okay, let's check our cornerstone. What do we get? Generous gifts. Wealthy settlements attract wealthy settlers. Newcomer bring 40% more goods with them. Route delivery line, 3 routes per minute. That's nice. Silent looting. Your scouts have learned how to be cautious when looting abandoned caches. Every time you open or send an abandoned cache to the Citadel, hostility is lower by -15. This is just objectively the correct pick for this. And then we have 5-route delivery line. But we need every single trick in the book to reduce hostility because this run could last a while. 7-8 years, something like that. And we're going to have to open a lot of caches. So that'll add up. All right. Of these choices, normally I would go for something like the lumber mill or maybe even the ranch. But to keep the harpies happy, I think the cooperage is the best course of action. It does make tea, and harpies like tea later on as well. The coats, in between coats and houses, harpies should be quite happy. Ooh. Small farm is normally a good choice, but there is not necessarily a good source of fertile soil. Like, you don't know. Smokehouse, though. Smokehouse to produce jerkies to keep the harpies happy. As good as the trapper's camp is, I'm gonna pick the smokehouse. And now I could pick the granary to make fabrics very efficiently for our harpy houses and for the coats. I think it's all coming together. We have a plan. I'm gonna make the harpies super happy right away. I'm gonna use consumption control to turn off eating the meats and the insects because I need those to make the jerky. In fact, the smokehouse should be one of the highest priorities because jerky is just like good. It's just such an efficient source of food. You really want that. Yeah, you're turning 4 food into 10. It's so good. Okay, I know what to do. Here's another important thing to learn. A little detail, and I'm kind of doing it, but I'm not doing it in the most optimal way. When your villagers are moving goods, and you move the camp, it teleports all the resources into the internal warehouse of the camp. So right now, if you hover over these 3 harpies, they're moving goods to the warehouse. If I could theoretically like teleport the camp right next to the warehouse, and in that way, if I have a lot of goods, they'll go there, pick up the goods in the warehouse, go back, and then I can teleport the camp somewhere else. I don't know if that level of micro is really necessary. It seems excessive. I don't know if that matters too much. The main thing, I think, is just if they're moving goods to the warehouse, don't move the camp like all the way somewhere else that's super far from the warehouse. Because if they're halfway through, what that means is they're going to have to go all the way back to the camp, pick up the goods, and go all the way to the warehouse. Let them deliver their goods first before you move the camp. Or before you boot a villager out of the camp. So I think I need to get boot 2 villagers out because I want to start working on those industry buildings. What's the smokehouse's drizzle water? That's fine. I think I would rather have clearance water for the cooperage. What's the granary? drizzle water as well. I also think I underutilize like rainwater. Cooperage is wood proficiency. And there's no reason the harpies have to be the ones in here. Granary is 3. I think I'm always going to have someone in the smokehouse. So, actually, building a rain collector early on is, I think, powerful. I'm gonna build one like right here. Rain collectors can be built near the hearth, but not necessarily the warehouse, because you don't have to bring the rainwater to the warehouse. It just needs to be near a hearth, because villagers do exit to go to hearth soon. So I think I want to actually gather some of the wood. Situation is not critical, but I want to gather all the eggs. Like right now, the bonus is too good to not do it. Put a lizard in here because they're good at that, and a harpy. Have the 2 humans build a rain collector. Supposedly, you can like oh, never mind. Ignore what I was saying. Okay, rain collector. I'm gonna try a early rain collection strategy. I doubt the bonus applies to rain, right? That's not gathering. Yeah, it doesn't apply. Do still need a decent amount of wood. Oh, I don't have it set to avoid glades. Oh, that's a problem. Now I do, though. After this season is done, I can build some buildings. Fix my economy a little more. It's just this buff, the plus 50% chance of double yield, is so good right now. I can't give that up. I can delay everything else a little bit. I'll redeploy you right here. You go like right there. Do need a decent amount of wood. You know what? The clearance season is basically over. So I don't think we need these 2 harpies in here. Let's construct a crude workshop. We're still gonna need that. Okay. Coming back with resources. Let them turn in their resources. Then we need to keep gathering the stormwater. I think that's good. Which one of the buildings I can do? Ooh, I should build the trading post. Gonna need trading a lot. Gonna need houses too. Okay, let's see. What's the highest priority? Probably the smokehouse is pretty good. The granary is also pretty high priority. Either way, we need a lot of lumber and fabric. Oh! No fabric. Trading will fix my problem. I completely forgot I didn't bring any fabric. And there's not necessarily an easy way to get that resource. Okay, we're gonna have to trade for that. Can I at least build a cooperage? But without fabric, that thing doesn't do anything. Okay. The trader will fix my problem. In fact, I might just call the trader right away and sell off some stuff to get that fabric going. Should have done that earlier. Prioritize the trader, everyone. In the meantime, we will need to make like 10 lumber. So we will put in 2 harpies to do that. Oh, I'm burning the oil? Oh, that's fine. At this point, I might as well keep burning the oil. Just move this trader off to the corner there. Raw food, basic material, resources, building materials. Yeah, we'll call you immediately. It's kind of necessary. And I might as well, while we're waiting, put down a few roads. We should clear out this section near the warehouse as well. Okay, so, because this villager is coming back from the resource, I can teleport right there with the camp with basically no real penalties. So that is good. I should, what are my possible trade routes? Luxury goods, pickled goods, packet of crops, bricks. Don't want to sell that many bricks. 2 packet of crops for 3 amber and 2 provisions. It's not that great of a deal. Like, okay. None of these are amazing, but packet of crops, mushrooms can be used, I believe. I mean, it's something. And we do need to build up the reputation, so we might as well put down this building right now. And we can do that. Okay, trader arrives at Hilda. Oh, thank you. Buy reeds and fabric. Can't afford anything else. We have to sell off some of my other goods to accomplish this. Let me just do a little mental mathematics here. I probably want at least a stonecutter's camp, harvester's camp, small warehouse. So that's 7. I'll eventually need a blight rot post, but I can delete, stuff to get it. I have 2 camps, so I think I can safely sell off 4 parts. at the minimum. I could potentially go even higher. I could go 3 more. So let's sell off 4 parts. Wildfire essence. I can sell off 2 on this difficulty. I'll save 1 to build a robot in case I find a geyser pump, and 2 to build a hearth. So that leaves me with $14 that I could sell off. I don't really want to sell any of this other stuff off if at all possible. Now, I gotta do a little math here. Reed. Every 6 reeds is the equivalent of... It takes time, though, of fabric. Of 2 fabric. So 6 reeds equals 2 fabric. 3 reeds equal 1 fabric. So every 3 of these is 1 fabric. Every 3 of these is 0.75, whereas every 1 fabric is 0.45. So it's objectively better to buy fabric. So, flat out. Okay. How much do you want for all of it? Oh, not that much. You could throw in some lumber while you're at it. Alright, let's sell off 4. And then 2 wildfire essences. And then let's throw in the lumber. Hey, maybe I'll round that out with some wood there. Sure. That looks like a great starting setup. I want to sell my food. I feel like that's going to be valuable. Okay. Good. So that makes me feel a lot better. We can... Actually, I don't need to make any more planks. Let's start with a smokehouse. I think the food is best to get efficient. Should put it... I mean, ideally I put it here, but I can't. Here would also be good. Except it's blocked. We need to chop all that stuff down. So I'm gonna have to move things out of the way and put it down right here. It's fine. Makeshift post is way easier to adjust. 14 wooding here. Might as well leave it here. I might need it. Just that. Gonna build ourselves a smokehouse. Priority. Then I'm gonna need to build some houses. Lumber mill, the big shelters are more like efficient. I want to make sure I can still build all my other buildings. I think so. Eventually want to transition to harpy houses. But yeah, so that's 10. 10. 18, so I'll have 2 lumber to spare. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, let's get that smokehouse set up. We'll use the wood to fuel it, sure. Put a harpy in here. Make some of these goods. Otherwise, everybody build. Actually, let's get that smokehouse built. It's real important. We'll move you here. Next, I think it's time to build the 2 big shelters. put it like that for now. Oh, I gotta put the lizard in here. I'll put a harpy. Actually gonna use you to help build the, actually pretty important. You can use insects or meat to make the thing. Now, definitely want to connect the pipe here. Question is, I think I turn on the chance for double yield on the rainwater first. Trader is gonna leave, and that's fine with me. Okay, houses are good. We now need to build some benches and barrows. Let's build 3 barrows and a bench. And then we'll move them to the right locations. I did not realize I didn't have a way of making a fabric. Ugh. Don't have the trade route ready to go yet. Oh, I don't think I can turn it. Not enough time. The packet of crops is gone, but there's usually going to be a trade deal for packet of crops at some point. Should be fine. Not selling my eggs, I don't... I could. I actually could. I might. We'll see. 10 eggs for 4 food. That's actually a pretty good deal. Okay. Resolve is lower. That's fine. Build up our town. Let's put the barrels here. I'm gonna move the bench here. Okay. I have 2 spare workers. I don't know that I need to be collecting all of this storm water. Storm water is kind of a unnecessary type of water. I suppose it can power the crude workshop. So you know what? This is a good thing to power up. Yeah. Okay. We'll collect it. Don't think I can make anyone happier. So let's just shop down some more things. Okay, everyone's eating the jerky. We're gonna put the cooperage. Actually do it like that. Or like that. Oh, okay. Trade routes. I'll sell the 10 eggs. 4 amber. That actually seems like a reasonable deal. I have a builder now. Kind of like the idea of setting up the cooperage. This uses clearance water back here, but that's impossible. I mean, there would also be real good. I want to make sure the crude workshop and the host can be put kind of close, but that may not be realistic. Put the cooperage here. No matter what, I'm gonna have some weird road build. I don't like that. I feel like this is good. Okay. I suppose something like that would be even better, but cooperage could be a little less efficient. I have a cunning plan. Boost my happiness. Gonna run out of meat soon. But that's okay. Alright, I cleared out most of this stuff here. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Let's keep working on the glades back here. Or the trees back there, I should say. Okay, more villagers. We want harpies. I actually want all harpies as much as possible. Since now, maybe not. No, I think I have to take all harpies as much as possible. I need that resolve. Yeah. 14 villagers, 2 unhoused. Tempted to put down a harpy home. It'll buff their resolve by +1 on top of whatever they're getting. I think it's worth it. And then we might as well put down 2 more barrows and 2 more benches. And some decorative fungus and stuff. How many pipes do I have? 8. So I can't connect there. I want everybody to build. Alright, I think we're good to open a glade now. So want to cut some over here. Okay, we discovered a large glade. There's some copper and coal. That's good. We have an abandoned cache. We get more tools. We can open that. We can also get pie from there, which would buff everybody's resolve. And we would have meat. That might actually be better. There's a different cache I can send off. That has far less desirable goods. And there is stone, which could be handy. There's an event. Ugh. An event about a leaking cauldron. Old broken piece of rain punk technology is contaminating the soil around it. If I fix it at the cost of tools I don't have, then I could get some fertile soil. I don't even know that I need fertile soil to win this. But burning it down is, of course, +2 to packet of crops production. I kind of regret making those packet of crops now. Water skins could be useful. Crystallized dew could be useful. Definitely gonna burn it down. After the drizzle season, when I gather all of this extra food. In the meantime, just chop down these trees. This is a pretty good glade. This one I can bust open for the food whenever I need to. It's not urgent. And then the other one I'm gonna send to the Citadel once I get more tools. So yeah, I got a plan to get my Harpy rep up soon enough. So let's focus on that. Let's build a bush, golden leaf plant, and a coral growth, and a decorative fungus. Why not? Build a little bit of everything. The Harpy house. Harpies are happier. Excellent. That is what I wanted. Trade route completed. I don't want to sell my tools. Don't really want to sell my leather. Although this is a pretty good deal. To the Smoldering City. Smoldering City trade route rep is kind of important. You know what? I'll do it. Good. We can buy more stuff from the traders if necessary. Okay, I need to put one harpy in here just to make some more packet of provisions. And I have a cunning plan. Connect the cooperage pipes back the neighborhood now. Let's put 2 harpies in here to start making coats. And I want to redistribute these decorations behind the Harpy house. They've earned it. The 2 benches can go here for now. I have 1 builder. Man, I feel like I do need a trapper camp. I also have stormwater geyser. That is phenomenal. What's the cost to build one of those? 6. Okay. You make pipes, which I can do once I clear out the leaking cauldron. All right, I gotcha. Okay, new year, cornerstone. All farms can produce mushrooms on farm fields. I don't care about that. I think I have to pick Baptism of Fire. I think normally I would pick Lost Supplies. 40 meat and 40 grain for each completed dangerous or forbidden glade events. That's a lot of resources. We are going to get some more meat from one of these caches. But, or maybe I could win quicker than that. Baptism of Fire. I mean, it's gonna be a decent amount of hostility reduction, but kind of late, you know. Lost Supplies can also get us victory. I feel I have to pick that just for the resources. Yeah. Okay. Need to gather drizzle water. We're gonna make some. Oh, I can sell off the packet of crops. Excellent. Excellent. In fact, I should make a few more to sell. Yes. Then I want everybody gathering to stop the jerky production. Back. It is critical that we focus on the gathering. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the clearance water to buff the resolve of the harpies. Really? That's not enough? Well, once you get the coats made, it'll matter. That's not as much a resolve buff as I thought. I'm going to buff the coat production process for now. Thought that would be more significant, but apparently not. Oh, let's bring the jerky to the warehouse, everyone. I'm gonna teleport the post over there. Okay. You come here, gather the eggs. And then we might as well start building a road. That thing. Deliver the packet of provisions first. Okay, then make the packet of crops. Should be able to sell off one packet to Harpy's Roost. And one more packet to... Oh, I don't have enough provisions. Huh. Actually make provisions and prioritize that. Ah, okay, whatever. Okay, we built a road. Excellent. Cooperage Smokehouse. We do need more wood. So put a extra harpy in there. Okay, I want to work on that sector now. Oh, right. What does I do? I should be favoring the harpies to gain that reputation. 0.14. Okay. If I were to turn on the clearance water to buff the resolve more, do I get any more? No, it's still 0.14. So We just need to keep at it. Making the coats should make a big difference. 0.16, maybe it does matter. .17. I don't know that 0.1 is that important. Trader is coming soon. Farloff has tools that we will definitely need. He might also have oil for cheap, which would be nice. Okay, getting 0.17 rep. Excellent. Lizards continue to climb. Or continue to decrease. I could use consumption control to make it so that the humans don't use any coats right now. I'll be very unhappy, but they're so far away from being able to get up to that resolve level that I want the harpies to have everything. We're just gonna make the harpies super happy. What else should I do on this map? Not Forbidden Glade. Well, we can chop our way through the trees on the right. Let's move the trading camp temporarily. Alright, we're putting a better location eventually. Let's chop. Start working on this sector. So build a path. Take you out to do that. Okay. Okay. And getting reputation. This was the entire plan. Make the harpies super happy and somehow win from there. Okay. Now, I think I can assign... Well, let's see what Farlov has to say. In 1 minute. Because this cauldron... I might as well use the coal. The oil could have other... It's fine, it's fine. Just use the oil, coal to burn this thing down. Not gonna bother with any sort of food production right now, because I'm getting a minus 90% food production speed penalty. So what I could do is use the crude workstation to craft some lumber, which will, the planks, will definitely be necessary. At some point, like... Forsaken Altar might also be necessary. On this challenge. You know what? Let's see what the Forsaken Altar can do? That stone is real good too. I want to build a small warehouse like right here. Always delayed it. You know what? That should be my... Oh, but I need more fabric. How am I out of fabric? Because they're all there. Okay. Wow. Let's make fabric then. Connect the pipes and then turn on the rain punk engines. Okay. Reputation is going up. Good, good. Yeah, I think I undervalue early ring punk. It's actually really strong. Alright, well. Okay, after you build all those, let's build ourselves a small warehouse right there. Gotta produce some planks. Almost earned enough reputation for new blueprint. Oh, fall off has arrived, and I should sell off. I completely forgot to sell off some more of my stuff. The packet of crops. Okay, eggs and jerky. It's a good deal. I'll be able to have more jerky. Don't worry. Don't make packet of crops anymore, but I will make some more packets of provisions. All right, Ofroloff, what do you got for me? Tools, stone, lumber, fabric. Fabric, very, very valuable. But the tools are even more valuable. I think I want at least 5 tools from you. Got some like perks and stuff, but I can't afford any of those right now. We'll sell off our amber. Sell 2 packet of crops. 2 packet of crops. Man. You are expensive, buddy. I want your fabric, but how much wood do I have to give you? That's too much. Dipping to the parts, but real risky because I have no way of getting more parts. I have any trade routes coming soon. In 30 seconds, I will have 3 more amber. That will let me buy some fabric. That's worth it. Wait. Sure. After this, I think we're good with lumber for wild planks, rather. I really want more recipes, or blueprints, not recipes. Okay. Build a stone cutter's camp. I have a feeling that's going to be pretty useful. Oh, the trader's almost gone. Okay. Yep. Let's build the plan. 5 tools. I'll have some packet of crops to you, and then as many fabric as you can spare. Sure. Then I can assign one. Well, let's build a camp first, and then I can assign my harpies and stuff. Okay, gain 1 reputation. Kiln provisioner weaver. Interesting. Weaver is not going to be good. Kiln could be real good. It's a source of coal and bricks. I have enough ways to keep my citizens happy for now. Clan hall, brawling, and religion. Harpies do not want that stuff. I could always reroll, but the kiln is like good enough. That means I do need 2 more bricks. Here. Boot you out. Boot you out. Okay. So I'll put a harpy in here, but everyone else build. Okay. Okay, sold off everything I realistically can. Gathering at least a little stone will definitely have value. I'll put a harpy in there. Everyone else focus on building for now. And then we need to get the kiln up as soon as it's possible. Is kiln like heavy industry? No, it's stormwater. But fortunately, we will be able to have a stormwater geyser. And that will give us all of the things we need. Kiln could be built right there. That is awesome. Just put that down right now. And we'll move these 2 benches right there. Storm and villagers and trade routes. What do we got to sell? Vegetables. I don't know. Jerky. Ooh, I don't want to sell it right now. Lumber. No. Packet of crops. Yes. 2 packet of crops. 1 provisions from 5 amber. That's a no-brainer. Let's sell the vegetables. That's actually a decent chunk of cash. There's also 3 packet of crops. Let's wait until we burn down this leaking cauldron. We can make packet of crops a lot cheaper. Much as I want more harpies, getting an extra lizard will be helpful. Think. But this is 2 harpies, and harpy is kind of our win condition right now. The more harpies we have, the easier it is to get that resolved. Okay, I'm gonna just go all in on more harpies. I need to make sure we have houses, but I can't afford a harpy house anymore. I could just do another big shelter, like right here, perhaps. Yes. Well, let's move these benches over. Moving goods to the warehouse, so we don't want to do that yet. Let's put a in the kiln. Put one more harpy in a woodcutter's camp, which is still necessary. Do that. Build a big shelter like so. Alright, lizard's resolve is low. We can unfavorite the harpies for now. Then put 2 harpies in there to start making coal. Don't have any pipes. Just start thinking about collecting some money for that. Saving the lizard for the smokehouse. You know what? Get the humans out to do other things. I think our stormwater situation is going to be just fine. That back. I should send a harpy here to gather the amber and the reputation point so I can unlock another thing. You in there. What's the granary require again? Fabric, right. Don't have a good way of making fabric. Okay, well, let's put harpy that. We need to crank out that jerky. Get that jerky production going all the way. Why do I only have 11 wood? Oh, I should start burning coal and stop burning wood because now I have an efficient source of coal. Right. I can afford to push hostility up, right? Burning cysts take longer. Hailstorm, that's irrelevant. So yeah. Not really any downside. I didn't know clicking on avoid glades reset the progress bar. Huh. That's curious. Trade route completed. What other good trade routes do we have? More crystallized dew, but crystallized dew is kind of a valuable resource. Packet of crops, though. Put a human in there to make some packet of crops. And I think I will sell off the vegetables. I gotta put a harpy in here to make the provisions as well. Oh, production is doing well. Chop all this random stuff down next. Turkey production is going well. "42 seconds. Yes. No. Sell off the jerky. Gotta produce enough resources here. I want to force the delivery. Then make some packet of crops. All right, earn a reputation point. If I turn it in, the Queen's House patience will go down, but it won't bump me up to the next level. What do we got here? Forum. I believe Harpy is like the forum. Smithy for tools. That's a more sustainable way of winning. Especially being able to make some pipes. We do have some copper here. Yeah, yeah. Oh, right. There was an achievement where you have to earn 18 reputation points in a game. So I failed that because I opened a cache. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. That would be an even harder challenge. I'll try to earn at least 14 reputation, though. So in that case, the smithy is actually not that great. I don't have a way to make scrolls, right? The pipes and the tools are very, very useful. Like, we can open caches and win that way. I kind of just want to win this. without worrying about like gaining reputation in a particular way or something. The forum won't come online until God knows when, whereas the smithy is useful now. Or soon, at least. Oh, I should open one more dangerous glade. No? Deployed harpies over here. Okay, we're probably good on the cove front for now. Probably good on some of the jerky front as well. Start gathering some of this stuff. Oh, the stonecutters camp should get a bonus from that as well. Okay. I'll be able to redeploy some workers, don't worry. Focus on the most important things to gather. The cornerstone. Canning racks. Does this work on the mushwood? Like the 5% chance? I guess I kind of want to pick it just to find out. Export specialization will be very limited. All these other ones are limited. Let's see if tanning racks work. It might also work on the leech. It might work on the snake nest. There could be a lot of ways for it to work, you know. Oh, we have no more wood. Okay. Favorite of harpies. We got ourselves a tea house. Ah, fascinating. And a shipwreck. Ooh. This is that nasty event. I don't do it. Destroys a random permanent stone. Destroys a random cornerstone. Okay, okay. I have to do the search the lower decks. Too dangerous to not do that. And to do that, I need either a lot of pipes or a lot of tools. Either way, I need to redeploy my villagers to produce that smithy. Yes. Also, a larger mushroom camp is always nice. But I still want everybody to gather, if all possible. Just because it's such a... Oh, and I need 2 people in the rain collector. Ugh. I guess the stone is not urgent. Everything else is pretty important. Smithy. That's pretty good. So move the crude workshop out of the way. And makeshift post. Back, we'll move it here for now so that we can start getting that smithy built. You put down another harpy house to gain that resolve, but good. I mean, mushrooms and the meat might be good to sell. Eggs again. You know what? Okay, everybody out. Focus on building the smithy. And focus on gathering. Okay, let's think. This shipwreck needs either 12 tools or 30 pipes. Pipes is easy enough. How long does it take to make the pipes? A little quicker. I think I have to make the pipes just because I'm a little low on the other resources. So we'll put a harpy and a human in there, and I'm gonna connect the pipes and use that stormwater as soon as feasible. I can crack open the medium glade. Might be worth. But I also desperately need more, like, wood. Traders will arrive 15% quicker is a sweet one. On this medium cash, getting that perk. Sell the meat. Who's the next trader? Zorg? He's pretty good. Okay, we'll redeploy this camp, like, over here. And this one, honestly, can go over here. Have enough pipes to connect it yet? No? Zorg might be able to sell me some pipes or tools or whatnot as well. Which would, of course, be tremendously helpful. New villagers in 4 minutes. Excellent. Okay, have I gathered too much drizzle water? Yes. Builders. Sell the mushrooms as well. Okay. I don't mind building another small warehouse right here. If I can make some more fabric. Oh, which is easy because I apparently now have a lot of leather. Let's do 2 characters in there for that. And I have 1 builder. I definitely want to rebuild this. Okay, I also need a blight rot post. Fortunately, I should have a lot of coal to help out. And I can start kicking staff out of the... Yeah, the leather, the +2 leather must apply to gather the bonus yields. Because otherwise, how could I have possibly gotten that much leather this quickly? Yeah, just a lizard in there should be more than enough. Then we're gonna need to build a blight post. Near all the industry is good. Ooh, I need bricks and lumber. Oh, I guess I'm gonna be... Oh, kilns can make bricks. More efficiently, might I add. You gotta make lumber after that. Just kick people out of these camps. More jerky for a lot of money. I'll sell that. Trade routes are starting to get pretty profitable. Gotta put harpies into the rain collector for the clearance water rain. Alright, harpies are not happy enough to gain me any more reputation, unfortunately. Turn up the smithy production there. Wave of newcomers. This is a pretty good place for a small hearth. There's a copper mine there. Renewable energy source, or like not renewable, but it's a good resource. Good source of resources. Could do that to make the lizards super happy, and they'll give me a tiny amount of resolve. Let's see what Zorg brings with him before we do anything. Let's cut this stuff down. I guess I have 2 free harpies. Might as well, like... put them back in to make coats soon. Make jerky, buddy. Isn't the coal just a lot more efficient than the wood? Ah, whatever. Okay. I need to see what Zorg brings with him. Okay, Zorg has arrived. Insect traps. Traps let you catch any insects feeding on mushrooms. Gain 1 insect for every 2 mushrooms produced. We produce a lot of mushrooms. That is super strong. Alright, but I need the rest of my money for other things now. Tools. Ooh. Oil. What can we do with tools or oil? I could just finish the search the lower decks.
Hello.
Oil is kind of good to stockpile a tiny amount of. Food is really not a problem.
Oil.
Have a little more money real soon. I don't want to use the grain for the packet of crops just because it's plentiful. Wait to 2 seconds to 3 seconds, whatever, to get 2 more amber. Okay, now sell some stone to the Smoldering City. I'm okay with that. We have lots of stone. Pickle goods can make the lizards real happy, but not really a problem. None of this is quite what I need. But the 15 tools, ugh. I can afford it though. I have the resources to afford it.
Wagata.
It would let me send the Citadel here and just finish this, oh, it's 12 tools. Just let me finish this. Yeah, I think I have to do it.
Hello.
And I might as well buy a bunch of lumber. Kind of want more though, but I don't really want to sell off any of my other stuff. I'll just take this deal. Okay, I need to send 2 workers to search the lower decks. Hostility increased by plus 330. Ooh, that sucks. We're gonna have some brief hostility problem during the storm, but it's okay. It's just a brief issue. It's a temporary issue, everyone. However, I do need to deal with the blight rot. It's actually not acceptable if I don't deal with the blight rot. I already produced all the pipes I can. Wow. I mean, this opens up the ability for me to use more storm water and so forth. It's not bad. We could do stuff with that. But I need 3 harpies to like build that blight post. Really important. Pick the harpies to like the slightly fewer villagers. It has a lizard. I could put in the kiln. Make a few more bricks, perhaps. Everyone else just build a blight post.
Yeah.
Or you don't have any fabric right now. Trade routes completed. I do not want to sell my coal. I'll sell the packet of crops. Okay. Do you have oil, Zorg? Yeah. Oh, okay. I have the money to buy some oil now. Good. Yes, that is a fantastic deal. I'll take that. We'll use the oil as an efficient way of producing blight rot fighting abilities. Okay. We'll eventually need a tea. We need something that uses tea. That would fix the harpy's resolve. Do I have enough to build another harpy house? No. Oh, okay, well, my 2 builders can just build some basic stuff right now. Dorg is going away.
Hello.
Nothing else I can get. Some more planks as well. Yeah, we're gonna have some really, really bad temporary hostility problems. Temporary though, just temporary. Ooh, can't afford to have the harpies leave. Or the humans. Let's allow them to use the raincoats. The humans, that is. That should help with their resolve. You'll put a lizard in the hearth to buff resolve even more. It's only a temporary state until finish this event. So but I don't have any way of... I can't afford to lose a cornerstone. I'd rather lose villagers than lose a cornerstone. We could temporarily sacrifice a little coal. 20 coal per minute. That is pretty insane, but might have to do it. That's still not enough. I mean, if it's all not enough, we might as well let the hostility get out of control and just lose some villagers, you know? Probably put somebody in to make jerky. Like this lizard. I lose a lot of villagers here, but I'll survive. I'll survive. Good deal for meat. Oh, that harpy's just gonna die because I don't have enough houses for it? Oh well, it's fine. Some villagers dying will lower the hostility anyway. human left. Yeah, I know. Not really anything I can do about that until I finish this event. This event's what's crushing me. 56 seconds. Maybe I can at least keep the lizards around. They're pretty valuable. I don't see where their bar is, though. Ooh, I know. I just turn on the rain punk thing. Okay, okay, that's how we keep the lizards around. Only the harpies are unhappy now. Yep. Alright, I wanted you to make, yeah. Could do the same trick with the humans. The harpies. Are you, are there any, okay. There we go. Just need to do this temporarily. Harpy has left. Firefighter. That's okay. That's okay. Why is everyone's resolve low? Do I sell the roots off for money? Sure. I really feel like I have a lot of food on this map. Is it because I don't have... No, I'm sacrificing the coal. I don't know what that was. Do some more planks. Okay, finally. Don't have to sacrifice the coal anymore. Everyone's happy enough for now. Okay, we need to build a small perf here soon. Start mining the copper. Start thinking about how to get ourselves some a tea house. Got more meat that I can sell off. Excellent. Okay, where else do I chop wood? Wanted to build that small warehouse over there. Like right next to the tea house. You can keep chopping here, it's fine. Alright, well, burn down enough stuff. Burn off enough blight cysts is what I meant to say. Oh, I could swap out the lizard hearthkeeper for a harpy, I believe. The carrying capacity is going to be a lot more important now. The lizard can go here. Cornerstone Rebellious Spirit. Ah! Gain 1 global resolve for every 2 impatience point. Every time a villager leaves or dies, impatience increased by an additional 0.2 points. Actually really good. However, Smuggler's Visit. A shady character appears in your settlement. You can choose 1 blueprint from all unlocked blueprints. That is actually the correct pick because I can unlock this tea house, start making tea. Okay. Who's the next trader? Okay. Farloff, I believe, has copper bars and stuff. Copper bar, I don't have any way to make. But that's a temporary problem. I will have that. And then... more meat to sell. Boy, everybody just want to buy all the meats. Did not have used up all my things. Make pipes in hindsight. Definitely want to finish gathering the mushrooms. And finish gathering the eggs. I don't know that I need to finish gathering the stone. Sell the meat. We need all the money. I don't think I have any way of making scrolls, right? No. I could see if I can bump my happiness enough. Not enough? Okay, we did finish that, so I wanna build a small hearth. It doesn't have to be like this minute. Instead, I'm gonna break open this cache, get the pie, and get the harpies the little extra resolve they need. Survivor bonding is only +1 global resolve. It's not good enough. I think it's gotta be Smuggler's Visit. And now I can pick anything I want. Thinking a service building. E-Doctor. Oh, Vitality. A +1 resolve for every 200 times any complex food need is fulfilled. That will definitely happen. Bathhouse, what does that do? Just increase production speed. Eh. What else uses that? Market. Yeah. Market has luxuries. Lizards don't use it. Humans don't use it. At least with the other one, lizards use the T-Doctor. This +1 resolve is +1 resolve, you know. Need to make more bricks. Not enough, right? Yeah. Let's construct a small hearth here. Be like right there. Sell some insects for money. It's really not a very good deal. I'll pass. This is the season for everybody to just gather as much of the resources as possible. You not using the stormwater? You should be. Building the hearth, excellent. Herbalist camp is empty, but I have a second herbalist camp ready to go. Speaking of recipes, I'm gonna make it so that only the harpies will eat pie. I know everybody else is gonna be unhappy, but I need to focus on that harpy resolve. Put a lizard in there. Well, put a harpy in here temporarily. Have that human help build stuff. Okay, 2 extra villagers to spare. We will put down a geyser pump. Now, if I favored harpies, I should be gaining some reputation. Getting so much food. Okay, we can, I believe, build a robot because I have exactly 1 wildfire essence left. Yes. And then I will send a harpy to rebuild. The other characters can... I mean, what's the stone situation? Oh, I'm actually running a little short on stone. Sure. Okay, gain a reputation point. Excellent. Alright, new season. We can turn off the gathering. Back, might as well do that now. Put a lizard in there. 1 minute 30 28 seconds to finish building. Post Stonecutter's camp. Sure. Ooh, more villagers. Excellent. 3 parts. Parts are so hard to get right now. But I think I have enough. I mean, I know it says I have 0, but I can always delete one of my camps to get more. The 5 lizards is huge. I don't know that I need any more parts to win the game. I can always delete stuff like the small trapper's camp. Get more back. So I will take the maximum number of lizards. 1 in here. And then lizard houses are easy enough to build. But what I'm gonna do, I think, is I'm gonna move one of these shelters over here. That will transfer 6 villagers, and then I can build a second shelter. Temporarily. Okay. Put a lizard in here. That's not true. I Okay, I'm out of stone here. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, does the mine require parts? Yes, that's fine. Like the stonecutters camp, we will plunk down a mine. Need to chop all this stuff down. Sell the roots. Sell vegetables. Sell some vegetables. Yeah, I'll sell the roots. I have so much food. They're all good to sell. And I need to build a... You know what? I like building a park right here. And move you over right away. Put a human a heartbeat in there. Okay, this bumps resolve up even more. Earning 0.27. And next year I can open another Forbidden Glade. Maybe that one even. I need villagers for other things. Let's put a villager to make some packet of provisions. I think I want a human here to help out with some of this production. Yeah, and we'll see what Ofarlov has. He has fabric. I like that. Has a tool shop. Now, too bad I already have the ability to make tools and pipes very efficiently, so that doesn't do anything. Steel drills. That would give me +1 copper production. That is powerful. I don't think we need pigment. And he's selling the copper bars. Selling some planks too. Got some good stuff. I like the steel drills. And we might as well buy some copper to get the tea house started. Use the storm water, of which we will have. Ooh, oh, but we have mushrooms. Okay, we have mushrooms to use. In fact, maybe I should have a permanent harpy assigned just to gather those mushrooms. On all the fabric, maybe 20 copper bars. Pass on the tools for now. It's gonna give you all 40 amber. Want some planks? I sell you 2 packet of crops. Maybe 3 packet of crops. How much oil will you give me? Buy more lumber. Okay, this seems good. assign 1 harpy. To the blight post. Just to make a couple of how much is the purging fire? Is really pretty cheap stuff. But it's also pretty cheap for me to make it. Let's see what the tea doctor is like. Okay, you want to staff this with harpies for sure. Use the storm water because there's so much of it. And put a human to gather more storm water. Need a second harpy into that tea house. Do a human here. Then I'm gonna pick the tea doctor. Build it. Oh, I need a little more bricks. I'll just force the delivery. Okay. Let's start putting down the tea doctor in the right place. I think it can be all the way out here. Trade route completed. I have a little more money I can give O'Farloff. 2 gold. Nope. It's not very impressive. What else did I get? A ranch. Now that is interesting. Or a rain mill is also very, very interesting. Do I have any way that I can use flour? No. Rain mill allowed me to produce 2 valuable resources though. Flour and scrolls. The scrolls could keep the harpies happy, which is how we win. Alright, well. I also built some more harpy houses to make sure they're happy. Let's get that tea doctor going first. Oh, don't make porridge. I guess the humans like porridge. But what is this? This is drizzle water? Okay, connect pipes. Don't need porridge. I'm gonna cancel that. I suppose I could buy slightly more copper bars. Yeah, I'll get a little more money. Yeah, I mean, I'll buy 6 more copper bars. I'll take some extra lumber. I'm at it. There we go. Nice to put 3 villagers in there. Oh, newcomers coming, but very late. Very slow. Alright, all the pie has been eaten, it seems. So I could let everybody eat the pie. I don't know that I need this many woodcutters. Let's get everybody into the tea house. Excellent. Get that reputation going. And I should take a break soon, maybe once the storm hits. Although, what's the point? Might as well do the full recording at this point. Like, power through, you know. It's probably still going to be an hour and 30 minutes before I win. Should probably take the break. Tempo. Sacrificing resource reduces hostility. I don't know that I care about that. Clan Hall is very, very powerful, though. Very, very, very powerful. If I can somehow get a source of incense. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Clan Hall here. In fact, it's good, like, pretty much regardless. Because doubling yields from gathering resources is very powerful. So I'll just start building that and get it ready. Okay, we're serving the tea. Oh, the storm is coming. I gotta unfavor it now. Ooh, let's kick our villagers out of the mines soon. Trade routes, can't sell the fabric, don't really want to sell the coal either. Water skins, I mean, they might be useful though. I don't know that I want to sell any of that stuff. I don't have any way of making incense or brawling. Smokehouse? Interesting. Insects and wood, huh? where all my coal is going. I should make a few more planks. Ah, yes, I do not need more storm water, that is for sure. Just need a lot of building materials now. Should also prep for opening that glade over there. Let's build a park here, just to use my builders kind of efficiently. Let's do this. How much money do I have? I don't think a lot. 0. That's nice. Make some packet of crops to sell. Might have to. I'll kick you out. Put you there. I think I have enough coal. Park over. I suppose I could build another big shelter just to try to stay ready. Okay, I need to rearrange a lot of my villagers soon. Their cornerstone. Local taxes, grain bags, don't need that. Fungal guide. Mushroom production increased by +1 every 25 times it's produced. Sure. Sounds pretty OP. I need 3 villagers in the clan hall. In fact, it's kind of the most important thing right now. And once I get some more villagers free, I can use them to do other things. Like gather the eggs. Need drizzle water. Okay, everyone's happy. It's good. Need more villagers above all else. But this is fine for now. Build a anvil, chest, oops. Actually, several chests. Night ferns. Okay, got a withered tree. That I could just cut this thing down, which I think I want to do that. Yeah, we'll have some more blight rot cysts. Whatever, we can deal with that. Kick you out. Send 2 humans to investigate that. Then seems good. Ring collector, everybody's collecting stuff. Definitely need coal and other resources. Oh, there's some leash brood, leash mother, or whatever these things. The little, I'm gonna call them walruses because that's what they are. They look like cute little walruses. Okay, desperately needed the new villagers. I would just take as many villagers as possible. Need bodies. Alright. 2 harpies and a, 2 humans and a harpy over there. Okay, good trade routes. 10 grain. Seems pretty good. When I have a lot of grain, then I will put 2 harpies and a human into the tea doctor. We are dealing with the withered tree. So I will put... What does this merchant have? Metal, fabrics, crafting materials, and packets of goods. Need to make some more fuel because we're gonna have a lot of blight rot. Right, fern can go there. Put 1 harpy in there to craft. Otherwise, I think we just kind of farm reputation now. Like, can I make training gear? Oh. Fine. If we can get the humans some food they like, that would really help. Favorite harpies. Even a tea's not enough. I need more recipes. Or the harpy houses. I can get just a little more crafting materials. I only have 3 amber though. Okay. Nothing else I can sell. As I know about the blight rustus, don't worry, we're dealing with that. Okay, jerky. We could sell the jerky. Mushrooms. Prefer not to sell, but these prices, some of these prices, I should say, are exceptional. Yep, you can have some. Okay, we will keep the distribution of the villagers, I think, more or less as is, except for the small trappers camp.
Mira.
Okay, resolve is going up. I really need more fuel. I wonder, I thought I was tracking the, earn 14 reputation points through resolving a single game. $5.2. I'm at, okay, so I can afford to crack open some more caches. By spending tools. Okay, good to know. Like this one. This one has a little fuel and it has some leather. I guess either way is actually pretty good. Stonecutter's camp there would be pretty good. And another recipe. Smelter could be used to make biscuits of all things. Potentially. I have a rain mill. I can make the copper bars finally. I can make the training gear as well. Skewers would make lizards a little happier. Let's see what the merchant brings. I need to satisfy more needs before I can push the resolve high enough to win. Or just build some of the really fancy housing. So again, let's see what we get. Okay. Got mystery boxes. I can't afford any of that stuff. It's not what I want. Copper bars are still useful. Reeds of all things are useful, as is plant fiber. A lot of tea I can sell off. You don't have fuel, right? Yeah, I don't see any fuel. Do I even need this mine? I mean, the skewers would make the brewery could be used to make ale, which would make the humans quite happy, because we have a... Oh no, we don't have a way of serving ale. Okay, never mind. Fuel is definitely the biggest problem right now with my setup. That small amount of fuel is not going to last long. I need a way to like convert mushrooms to fuel or something like that. This rate, I do not hate the idea of opening this Forbidden Glade next year. Just to get some sort of really fancy technology from it. Smelter, right? It's gotta be... Need some bricks. We cannot make. Okay, wow, if I did this... That's perfect. And I do not mind paying for like 10 extra copper bars. Didn't I need pigment for something? I could use it to make tea. That's... Or scrolls. Better buy your pigment. Pretty cheap. Just in case. Sell off like some of that tea. 10 copper bars. Okay. Sure. 10 copper bars is worth like a lot more. Okay. Keep cranking out the tea, everyone. We will need to potentially make more fabric. Not potentially, definitely. Then I can start thinking about building harpy houses. One, two, three, four. I could just rebuild the roads. It's pretty good. Okay, let's break down 2 harpy houses. Withered tree is gonna be cut down soon. Definitely need the woodcutter's camp. Definitely need that. Trying to figure out like who I can pull out. Use the mushrooms now. Suppose I can pull out a RP from the herbalist camp. Yeah, I know about the high levels of corruption. It's fine. Do I not have enough provisions? Alright, got a 14 more amber, but I don't know that I want to buy anything from you. Need like another service building. And more villagers, of course. I always need more villagers. I'm gonna give education. Would make the harpies even more crazy happy. Tool shop, brewery, artisan, alchemist hut. I don't actually think I want any of these. I just re-roll you. Where else can I go to chop down some wood? Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull our villagers out of the woodcutters camp very soon. Okay, this is probably fine. What do I do with all these villagers? Should make some planks. Oh, I need 2 villagers at the blight post. And then I'm thinking that got downgraded because all the harpies moved over. definitely need okay, I'm just gonna spend the 5 wood, move you over temporarily, buff that back up, then to a neighborhood, then I will get myself a stone cutter's camp. Get ready, at least. Deleting the forger camp. Sell some water skin, sell some meat, sell some meat. Alright. Put 2 villagers into mine. I know it'll make them have less resolve, but that's not a problem. Our resolve is very good. Why are the lizards resolve low? Lizards are all doing things they like, I thought. I just favor them if necessary. Alright, mine up the stone. How's the tea looking? 81. We could probably actually stop making the tea soon. But useful as a trading resource. I think I'm just gonna reroll this. None of this does anything for me. Butcher. Make oil. That's interesting. The source of fuel. Grill. Carpenter. I think a butcher. Actually, very immediately useful. Okay, let's put the camp over here. Chop down some more of this stuff. We'll try to get a builder over there. This harpy can do it. You can too. Have enough tea for now. Can I build another rain collector? No. To delete a camp, which I don't know that I want to do that. So a rain mill, but I don't need it quite yet. I want to keep the lizards happy. More than I care about the double yield. It's a good place for another small warehouse. Yeah. Then a second woodcutter to help out. Villagers are almost here. Excellent. I kind of want the 3 lizards more than anything else. Another cornerstone. Safe haven. Yeah, I think that's just powerful. Like, just in case the game lasts long enough, right? Gotta have that safe haven buff. I can call the trader if necessary. That means I do want to open this forbidden glade. Humans are happy too. Everyone is happy. Oh, right. I need the human in the collector thing. Name 0.34 rep per minute. It's decent. The amount of mushrooms I have is like absurd. One tablet for 21 amber? Yes. Okay, what do we got here? Fishman Lighthouse. And then a bunch of caches. And a giant proto-fungus. Yes. I want to gather that thing. What do we do about this lighthouse? I kind of want to cleanse it. It's actually doable. Gain one impatience point, that's pretty irrelevant. The main issue is I won't be gaining a resolve because the hostility will be through the roof. Increase the hostility of force by 300 for every herf of the settlement. I have like 2 herfs, but also can't really like burn it down. I have so much food. But I need to make jerky. Ooh, that's... Everybody stop making incense. Focus back on the jerky. Back use the insects. Because if I don't make enough jerky, the happiness will go down. I think I have to cleanse. Cleanse that nonsense. Oh boy. Oh. It's all fine. A small warehouse right here also makes a lot of sense. In fact, it probably makes more sense than a small warehouse over there. No limit on the fabric. And another reputation point. I think I have a purging fire being built. Now put 2 harpies in here to gather that giant proto-fungus. I need another tea doctor. Pretty satisfied with my trade routes right now. I could delete this small warehouse to get the resources I need back so that I can put down a better small warehouse right here. The pickled goods is going to help. It's going to get the lizards happy. Now I just need to figure out how to get the humans happy. I think just building a bunch of their houses should do the trick. Okay, let's burn oil, actually. Oil and coal should be good. Alright, high level of corruption. Blight Rust disappears. This is all fine. Could sell jerky. Ooh, don't want to sell any more of that jerky just yet. Need more woodcutters. Okay, we can stop making oil. We have enough oil. Can I just make like infinite mushroom food effectively? Because packet of crops, because I have like infinite amounts of mushrooms, so I should sell them off for resources. I don't think I need any more glades to win. Okay, now I'm thinking we should build some houses. Houses for the people. Start with some lizard houses. Okay, Zorg is here. What do you got, buddy? 0.5 reputation. Normally I buy that right away, but what I really need from you is actually all your building materials. Your biscuits and pies. But we'll save them for the next season. Alright, well, I can't afford all that. What can I sell off to you? I probably won't actually be using this copper. You don't have tools, right? Yeah. Might use the pigment. Do not need all these insects. Here, you can have 60 insects. Now what? Let's load everything back up. Here, you can have all the packet of crops. Have the amber. You can also have the ancient tablets, but this might. You can have one ancient tablet. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna use consumption control for now to turn off eating the biscuits and the pies, cause I need to wait for the opportune moment for everybody to eat those. Then Just produce fabric. We don't need any other building materials. In fact, we don't need... just need coal. This is probably going to drag out into year 8. But who knows, I might be able to win in year 7. Seems unlikely, though. Alright, got myself a converted lighthouse, which is giving me 5 steam arrow per minute. That is powerful stuff. Alright, now everybody can eat your pies and biscuits. Let's see that resolve go up like crazy. I'll put another lizard in here to make incense. Bricks, we have enough bricks. Make some jerky here rather inefficiently, at least temporarily. Just so we can focus on incense production otherwise. Make a, make some oil. Well, jerky production is going to be more efficient here. We'll build houses for everyone. It's all going to be fantastic. How much? I have a buff to gathering mushrooms, right? How much am I getting? Who knows? Too much. Too many mushrooms. Actually, we'll have the perfect number of lizard houses now. Not quite enough cooperages. Not enough coats. What do human houses require again? Lumber and bricks. We have a lot of each. Oh, I mean, can build a nice little row of human houses right here. Storm. Kill some mushrooms. I think I should be able to win next year. I have a lot of resources. In fact, I'm going to turn off the consumption of the pickled goods, though. I'm getting a lot from the herbalist camp. We'll be fine. Newcomers soon. I gotta make sure I have enough buildings back in the other neighborhood. I think I need another cooperage so that I can keep the coat production up. We will construct some more human houses, I believe. Right here. Move the benches over here. Maybe 2 benches like that. Take out the take off the limit of the bricks. Sell off the meat. I'll sell off the tea. Tea I have plenty of. Yeah, I could use more villagers. I think I'll just take the maximum possible villagers. The extra coal is nice too. Burn that stuff. And burn the sea marrow. It's all good. Okay. Putting a butcher. Oh, shit. Construct all the human houses. 7 builders. Everybody just build. Build, build, build. Wait, what happened? Why did I forget to do the firefighting? Is that what happened? Whoops. I did not mean to lose 3 villagers. That was just I zoned out there. My bad. Losing patience is getting disturbingly high, but as soon as I come out of the storm, I should be perfectly fine. Because I'll start gaining massive amounts of reputation. Specialized do. I don't want to sell that. I don't want to sell the bricks. Okay, now we can make some porridge for the humans. We will, of course, use the mushrooms and the storm water. The lizards need another lizard home. But we are out of fabric. That's fine. Reinforced axes, grain bags, cannibalism. Reinforced axes seems perfectly acceptable. Chop all the trees down quickly. Put a lumber camp here. Just to... speed things along. Yes. Should get a new recipe soon. Oh, we're gonna turn back on. Let everybody eat everything. Humans could use another human home. These are harpies living here. I mean, I don't need all of these big shelters anymore, just because they can go living in one of the other buildings. Oh, this is a human home I can reactivate. There we go. Okay. Should start gaining massive amounts of rep. Oh, you guys weren't even doing anything? Well, mine some copper. Come on. And get some drizzle water. Where do I have the storm water? Smithy, the kiln. Kiln should crank up the happiness for everyone. Cookhouse, bathhouse. No, that's not what I want. I want to re-roll. Well, making biscuits would make people happy. The lizards also do eat skewers. I have the rain mill, and I have roots. And I have the ability to get more like berries and stuff. You know what? Cookhouse. Yes. Alright. Highest priority, everyone, is to work on the cookhouse. Alright, we have enough incense, I think. Make incense and jerky. Well, this woodcutter's camp should be redeployed maybe like here. Meat. Definitely need some characters in the Blight posts. One should be enough for now. We need to build a rain mill. Ooh, not enough fabric. Okay. Well, have to kick those fabric out. No. Oh, we can start by making some skewers from insects and vegetables. Redeploy many workers as I can find. I've only had those 3 extra workers. Five resolve a minute. It's okay, but it could be better.
Yeah. Oh, rela.
Oh, we probably don't need to mine anymore. Or this stuff. Let's crack open this case with 1 worker. Oh, 2 workers. Then we need a building that gives education, I think would be superb. Who's the next trader I get? Tools, luxury items, building materials, and perks. I have 46 amber, but critically I have 56 packet of crops I can sell off for just like infinite money. Kind of want to make more packet of crops. Okay, biscuits. I guess we're gonna have to survive 1 more year into year 8. What's the blight rot situation like? Better increase the limit to 20. And we'll use sea marrow. It would be silly to lose because of blight rot issues. I have 1,800 food. I don't even know how. Okay, what do we got? Hostility of the forest reduced. Scribe. Drying boards. There's some good stuff here. Fabric, though. That's the #1 priority. I'll take all your planks. I kind of want all your coats. There we go. Two wildfire essences would allow me to build another hearth, which can buff up the resolve a little more. I think, didn't I want like 20... How many tools do I have right now? 3? I think it's 21. Oh, not enough money, huh? Here, have that. I am never going to use all that sea marrow, but I'm never really going to use that copper. Sea marrow, though, has other uses. Alright, now I guess it's time to give you some amber. Okay.
Let's go.
I'll take the hostility reduction. Villager traveling speed.
Baba.
Sell the sea marrow. Sell the... That's it. Market, Tavern, Bathhouse, Forum. Forum is immediately useful. So it's gotta be the Forum, which we can build right away. Excellent. Build it right there. Then we need scrolls. So you know what? We need to scrounge up from you 10 more amber somehow. I suppose you can have some sea marrow. You can have... some of these packet of provisions. Okay, we're gonna get more oil. More coal. Okay, close enough. Take the scribe. You can build right there. Yeah, boot some villagers out to help. I don't know I need all these woodcutters anymore. Okay, scrolls. We'll put 2 humans in there to make scrolls. I think I should have enough flour, so we'll put 3 humans in to make scrolls.
Yeah.
Forum doesn't quite do anything until I actually have some scrolls. So for now, I guess the harpies can go back to that. Build lizard homes as well. Lizard home right here. How am I getting so many insects? Oh, it's because I'm getting 1 insect per every 2 mushrooms produced. That's why.
Oh man, Wabario.
Right. Okay, before the trader goes, can I trade for 5 more tools? Kinda sad. I never really feel like doing that.
Father,
Alright. I think I win in year 8. I think I want to spend the clearance wire to try to get more coats more than anything else. Okay, we have the ability to use the forum now. And I need to make sure I have firefighters this time around. Ooh, more villagers. Excellent. I kind of want the berries.
yeah, yeah.
Put the lizarding here. Gonna make all the skewers. Okay. Got humans and harpies left. Let's crack open one of these caches. And then next year we win. Excellent. Key house rain mill. I have 3 free villagers. There's not too much they need to do. Just build some more houses, I guess. Do the humans all have houses? I know the harpies don't all have houses. But I'm close to being out. I can put you 2 in there to help. Yeah, I'm about to win next year, but not quite yet. So we'll gather some copper ore because there's literally nothing else to do right now. We can build another small herf to, yeah, just to... just to get slightly more resolve. Okay, we need to make more tea next. Alright. Fire situation is under control. Infinite mushrooms. Gonna win me the game. Late event complete, +1 reputation point. Let me just see my achievements. Earned 14 reputation points through a single game. As long as I don't do anything else, I should be able to do that achievement. None of this is what I want. I want like a way of producing... Well, ale... Oh, I can produce ale at the scribe? Really? Wow, I should be doing that. Could actually construct a second scribe. Don't need all that. You guys go make the scribe and make ale. $1,800 food. I've never had this much food. I don't even quite understand how. I know this giant proto fungus is pro, but is it really that pro? The answer is yes. Okay, another cornerstone that I do not need. I'm gonna re-roll, see if any of these gives me more reputation or anything like that. Not really. Whatever. Okay, my rep should start shooting up like crazy. 0.95 a minute. Yes, yes. Okay, we won. In fact, I can cut out a woodcutter just to get us even more resolve. And it's just a matter now of admiring the village. I'm gonna turn on screenshot mode so we can gaze in wonder at the villagers. Look at this main area. We've got a tea house, a clan hall, a forum. Got a second town here. Almost everybody has their perfect type of homes. They're not just living in shelters. Got a proto-fungus and a lighthouse. Look at this beautiful screenshot right here. Wow. How incredible is that? I need to remember to do the screenshots more. 1.39 rep per minute. Well, managed to beat this game without orders. It was reasonably challenging. It definitely takes a lot longer without the orders. But maybe I could have even done it on a higher difficulty. Maybe. Certainly once things got going, it was manageable. Maybe I could have done it. Once the food production and everything got going, the extra food consumption prestige wouldn't have mattered. The extra building material cost prestige would definitely matter. Especially early game, when those resources are the most critical. So there's a bunch of other achievements about like satisfying the needs of all your villagers simultaneously or whatever, but not super realistic to do in this run, at least. Might try an orderless run again for the remaining achievements at some point in the future. But anyway, that was nice. Prosperity 3. Define the crown. Win the game without completing any orders. Complete 150 trade routes. Victory through prosperity. Earn 14 reputation points through resolving a single game. Fishman ritual site and independent Viceroy. Back to the world map. I did not pause that out. This is a 4-hour video. How incredible is that? I'll take another supply package. And we have a corrosive torrent. Ooh, that could be quite the challenge. Wow. And we do see the sealed forest for the lead seal, which I will deal with next time. But yeah, wonder if Lori, if you had anything to say about that achievement. Sure, can you tell me a story? Have I ever told you about the Queen's hands? No, you haven't. Oh, that's weird. Aunt Lori lets out a quiet chuckle. When I was first promoted, I couldn't stop yapping about it. Queen's hands are the highest ranking viceroys in the kingdom. They're given the hardest assignments and report directly to the Queen. Becoming a Queen's hand is no small feat. It takes years of faithful service to the crown, as well as display of extraordinary skills. Aunt Lori beams with pride. We're doing great so far, so who knows, maybe you too will join our ranks someday. Yes, indeed, at some point in the future. Let's do Prosperity 3, a little more experience. Win a game without completing order, a little more experience. Export expert, okay, a little more experience. Earn 14 reputation points through resolving a single game. That gave me an extra cornerstone. Generous rations. Global resolve is increased by 5, but the chance of villagers consuming twice the amount of food during a break is increased by plus 50%. If I'm in a good position, this would be an amazing cornerstone at the mid or late game, but not early on. It would be very bad early on. Fishman ritual site. Got some sort of Fishman skull. Independent Viceroy. Win prestige 1 or above without completing any orders. Excellent. We got more upgrades we can buy. Probably start to get our way up to some of these better embarkation bonuses or better trade routes or something like that. Human starting ability is powerful. I can see what my next settlement looks like. Well, I don't want to stray too far away from the seal, because it would be silly to be too far away and I can't complete the seal. So just do a Royal Woodlands. What is this again? Corrosive Torrent. No resources will be refunded after destroying a building. So that means whatever small camp I build or a small warehouse or anything like that is permanent. Like, I can't delete it. So whatever I build has to be a permanent choice. That could be tough. That could be tough. Parts will be especially valuable. Need to prioritize parts. But I will deal with all of this in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Until next time.